A pleasure to meet all at last, and today we're at it again with more HJN Season 5. And for this piece, I not only feel like talking a bit more about food, but more about a certain chain that's been ongoing for some time. We have Dave's Hot Chicken. Yeah, I feel like for some time people have been wanting me to talk a bit about that, and because there was actually a Dave's Hot Chicken joint that opened up around here in Menominee Falls a few years ago, why don't I go on ahead and talk a bit about it? Well, here's the story. Dave's Hot Chicken is a pretty hot selling chicken restaurant franchise that has been ongoing for some time. For the most part, Dave's Hot Chicken is well known for a variety of different chicken products, as the name appropriately implies. And Dave's Hot Chicken, for the most part, does have such chicken in the likes of nuggets, tenders, sliders, and other such items correlating to fried chicken as a whole. However, there's no bone variety of chicken, mostly for the likes of convenience of many people out there that are not exactly fans of having to deal with all those bones, gristles, and other such not so sightly parts. But let's be real here. Dave's Hot Chicken, for the most part, has had a lot of affiliation with the likes of POC culture. In fact, part of the main reason why it's gotten so popular is because there has been a lot of influence and a lot of entrepreneurship going on around the likes of such rappers and hip-hop artists. Over the years, such people out there, like Drake, have actually been able to make the likes of $300 million for the sale of the franchise itself. A good 30% stake in the chain itself is what he came to own over the years. And when you got someone like him being high profile and all that, owning a chain that at the time wasn't as big, you know something's gonna happen. But let's be real here. While Dave's has itself a good variety of menu options to choose from, whether it becomes the food and drink, since chicken's not really the only thing they're gonna sell on their menu, the real big thing about Dave's Hot Chicken, and the real big pro that I will have to list here, is the spice that they put in there. There's a lot of unique spices to choose from, and 5 different levels to go from, ranging from mild all the way up to their highest level, which they call Reaper. And Reaper has had a notorious reputation over the years, mainly for the likes that they require you to sign a waiver waiving out any potential losses and whatever kind of negatory consequences should arise following the bad health of the user. But let's be real, there's been a lot of people that have gone ahead and gone all the way up to Reaper. I myself have gone up to medium for the most part. And what I will say is that regardless of the spice, because I've gone through a few different cases of Dave's Hot Chicken, I will say the medium is a unique blend of some sweet, some savory, some spicy, and it's kind of like, let's say, Thai chili level when it comes to the overall Scoville unit scale. I can't exactly put a good number on the whole thing because not much about the ingredients can be leaked out. And I can understand this being artisan craftsmanship, that they don't exactly want information being leaked out there on the web. Unlike some things that have to be leaked out for the sake of our people. But as we know, Reaper is still not some children's imagination. No, this was literally made possible for people with quite a strong, brave heart, whom were known to sometimes take risks, whether it be for business or it would be for pure stupidity. Regardless of all that, I have seen a lot of people go for the Reaper, and holy crap, they come out of the restroom with their flesh completely red. And that's not even over exaggeration. It's horrifying, to say the least. They call it the Reaper for a reason, you guys, and they make you sign a waiver, and if that doesn't sway you, then, well, that first bite you took hopefully would teach your lesson. But, of course, with all the pros that comes around with such a nice big business, there, of course, are the cons. First of all, I can understand this not being as big of a business as it probably should be, but really, where was this for a pretty long time? After all, I did learn that it was founded many years ago And we hadn't really gotten much locations around here up until the last 5-10 years. So what took him a while to get this far out here in the Midwest? And probably the big thing that I have to say, oftentimes the price tag comes out a bit steep, depending on what we get. I myself was able to get a good meal at one point, complete with 2 sliders, some waffle fries, coleslaw, pickles, some sauce packets of Dave's official special sauce. Kind of reminds me of McDonald's Big Mac sauce, except it's a lot more sweeter in the case of Dave's, and it's not even chunky like the Big Mac sauce. But regardless of all that, the 2 sliders, fries, pickles, and all that little stuff that they send with you, napkins, utensils, and of course, a free sticker of the Dave's Hot Chicken logo itself. That came out to an astounding $17 for the whole thing. Albeit it's not the most ridiculous price I don't have seen there. You're familiar with that Dragon's Breath dessert? You know, where they dip into liquid nitrogen? I was at the state fair, in fact, just a few months ago, and I tried it myself. But it was a whopping $17 just for a small dish of that stuff. Yeah, talk about ridiculousness in a nutshell. But, you know what though? I'm willing to let a lot of this slide. So overall, when it comes to Dave's Hot Chicken, regardless of everything that I've talked about so far, I'd say it's a good chain that deserves to keep growing and of course influence many people with a number of different things that, while we've already gotten to know about many years ago, it's just another big part of the trend. Spiciness, chicken sandwiches, artistic styling, not just in the logo or the name, but of course with the many decorations and wallpaper art that they have set up. I feel like that's just a baseline through which that we can eventually see more to the business than just what appears to be there. And so, for that matter, that's another piece of HJN that I have. And I'll be back tomorrow with more HJN pretty soon, so make sure to stay tuned for that part and for everything else that I have going on this channel.